David,
One second.
hello.
Hey,
No, I can hear you. I can hear you. I'm just getting myself together a little
not
bit.
ready.
Oh,
I was
goodness
feeling
gracious.
brave. I thought I'd be the first.
You were going to be the first for what?
The first to show up.
No, I was first. I'm just not visible.
How was it for you two?
Mm,
For me, it was. I definitely went deeper than in a long time.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and what kind of, and I got overexcited at some point. Like I was like, oh my God, and then I felt out of it.
I
But
cried so much. I cried so much. I got mad at myself. Like enough with that already.
That's against the rules now. Now
Like,
you know
stop
better.
it. Jesus.
I I was coming to that point, and I got excited because I was really going deep, and I'm telling you, I just that thought that I got overexcited, I just felt out with that. But still, I went deeper than in a long time, which is amazing.
It's just the beginning, Alex. Magic hasn't even begun for you.
Hello, Paria.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
I
Thank you.
have
How are
cried a lot.
you?
Today's been a crazy day.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. I don't. Um. So I'm going to make a video to prepare most of you guys for the longer version of pineal gland. But before that, we're going to do this a few more times because if you're not feeling the magic in this pineal gland meditation and this pineal, I mean this 1.5 hour, right?
Yeah.
I have never done a pineal gland meditation and didn't feel magic. So when you guys get there, then we'll know you can do the 2.5 hour one. So when I did the 5 hour long meditation for pineal gland, it felt like 30 minutes. And I went to so many places. I met so many people. Purple people. I met purple people, not blue people. Usually people see blue people. And one of the beautiful things that happened was I just smiled at them and they held my hand and I didn't even feel strange. I didn't even ask, why are you purple? Like there was no judgment at all. I was just watching things happening. And then I left my body. I went out for a walk, wondering why am I the only one outside of the ballroom? And then it came back to the body because somebody's phone rang next to me. So so but when I mean magic. Like wild things happen. Um and there were twice in the middle of the week-long retreat. What happened was that I was everywhere at the same time. And when that happened, it was the most wildest experience ever. I was everywhere on earth at the same time, everywhere in the universe. It was just such a wild experience. So, and that's when any of the medical issues I had, chronic elbow pain, asthma, everything just started to disappear. Everything just faded away. Yeah.
Mhm.
This
So
this meditation is definitely very special.
this meditation is very special. Yeah.
Yeah.
and a little bit of you know, sometimes people are there to heal from diseases and so on, and sometimes people are there to deal with situations in life, and you're guilty or something, and all of a sudden everything just fades away, disappears. Angelica.
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me.
Did you
What
get a
was
second?
this?
Did you get a second phone?
Yeah, I've got my new phone.
Yeah, your new phone.
Did you guys see that? What happened with my screen? Did you see balloons jumping out of my screen?
No, no, no. That's
No,
you.
that was
That's
just
you.
you.
That's you. That's your pineal gland.
Really, I have a question.
No,
I
Alex.
swear.
No, 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 Alex. Alex, wild stuff happens. So just don't
There is a
analyze it.
recording. No, there is a recording. You post it on YouTube and I will show you.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Some balloons appears through.
Tag us in it. Okay, fine, fair enough. All right. Who
You know,
else
I have to
is
say that when I heard that we were doing the pineal gland meditation again, part of me was like, like,
again?
I had that thought. But then
I had that thought.
I instantly was like, okay, that's not up to me. And you know, and I just tune in and ask my heart, should I do it? Yes. Is it going to be okay? Yes. And that this time it totally hit different. Like it was like I had this moment where I was like, it is in me and all around me. It really
Yeah.
is. Like he
Yeah.
keeps saying that over and over. And you know, I've been meditating for so long. And just something about that thing, it's like I understood it. Like if I really, really tune into what's inside of me and just go as deep as I possibly can, then there's this feeling that's in there. And the more I tune into that feeling, the more I start to see the lights and start to feel the bliss. And it has a particular feeling. It's love. It's love. It's what it is. And it has this feeling. And then when I sense out as far as I can sense out and just keep going and try to feel what that feels like, it feels exactly the same as what's inside of me. Like it's in you and it's all around you. It's the same thing. It's love. It's God. Like he says it so many times. Like he says
It
it like
doesn't
45 times.
It doesn't matter what meditation we do, memory.
I know, but I'm just
Keep it
saying
in your memory.
it
Keep it in
clicked
your
for
memory.
me.
All
It clicked for me, and it wouldn't have done it if I didn't listen to that same meditation again.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That was
But
good. I'm so fired up right now.
no, I'm so happy that I did it again because I thought if I do it every night, I thought I was gonna do it. You're not hungry, are you? Okay. Okay. If I do it every night, then on Saturday or Sunday, some of you guys might be ready for the long one.
I'm so
Alex, if Alex continues to see bubbles, maybe he's ready. I don't know.
I'm getting there. Yeah. When we are doing it again on Sunday, you said.
I'm thinking Saturday or Sunday because on Saturday I'll have 3 meditations. I don't have any plans this weekend, so I'll probably do 3 meditations on Sunday again.
On Sunday I will be ready. Saturday not, but Sunday I'll be ready.
oh.
Are you in trouble? What is this? Field trip? Field trip?
Sorry.
Another field trip? Okay, fine. I'll sign it later.
Oh,
Sorry.
that was
Oh.
cute. I love kids. You'll have to let her puke.
Hearts, whatever, blue and pink hearts.
I have a
Love
question.
little girls.
Go ahead.
I
Go
love
ahead.
I just want to feel maybe a little bit better about myself. Am I the only person, or was I the only person who struggled for the second time with this meditation? I actually had to stop it. I couldn't continue before, just before the breath. I had to
Yeah.
stop because I had my body was fighting me so much that I just had to stop. And similar thing happened yesterday, but I pushed through, and today I just couldn't.
Was there anyone else that felt any resistance?
100%.
Alex, you felt resistance too. What was different yesterday?
Today I just decided to, like, somehow I was keep telling to myself to, like, let go, let go. So I had like a lot of moments where I felt resistance, but a lot of moments, like for let's say 10 seconds, I would let go, then again resistance, and keep like changing for me. But after the breath, it was easier for me. I calmed down and just I could go a bit deeper.
Okay, why don't both of you mention two different meditations that really hits the spot for you two? Mention two different meditations each that really hits the spot for you. And don't mention walking meditation. Angelica, I know you love those. I love those.
For me, it's always been Blessing of the Energy Centers 3 and tuning into new potentials.
Okay, the potential one. What hits the spot for you, Alex? I mean, what works for you?
It is really a Blessing of the Energy Centers 3.
Is it 3?
Interesting. Yes, it is 3. I have that long time, and what I like about 3 is that music after the 8 energy center, but it plays, it really inspires me always and makes me emotional, and I love that meditation just because of that. I love that one.
Okay. So, what other ones? So you guys have the energy of the blessing center. Okay, that Alex, that works for you. Which other ones?
Let me check.
Okay, fine. We'll do the tuning into the new potential tomorrow. We'll try that. Let's see how that works out for you guys. Angelica, what happened to Maria?
I think she was meditating a lot.
She drifted away
with girls, and she got tired or something.
Yeah.
Because it's late. It's like 1 hour later than here, so it's 1:30 now a.m.
You're talking about
it's 1 in the morning?
Well, in Italy, it's 1:30 now. Yeah, or 22 actually.
I have 1:40 where I am.
It is 1:40 in the morning?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I need to. I don't know. Why do I feel guilty?
You're not good enough for that.
I'm not good enough for that. Yes.
I thought that.
But for me, it's not about that I don't like this meditation so much, because I've done it in the past many times, and I was okay, and I enjoyed it many times. It's just, I don't know what's going on with me. I feel some sort of, I get those waves, and it's been happening for me the whole of past year since my, I don't know, spiritual awakening, healing. I get those waves when I can feel really relaxed and go really deep in meditations, and it's beautiful. And then I get another wave of the last few days when my body is resisting me so much that I get so angry with myself halfway through the meditation. I stop it, I go have a drink or something, and then go back, start again. And sometimes I did it like 3 or 4 times.
I see. Resistance is heavy.
And it's strange for me because I consider myself an fairly advanced meditator, and I didn't have this problem at the beginning for months when I started meditating, which would kind of be more natural to have the resistance at the beginning, but I didn't have it at all. And then the resistance came later.
How do you feel when you do this alone? If you do this meditation alone, how does that differ? Alex, you and Angelica, have you guys done this on your own?
This meditation?
Yes.
I tried long time ago. I couldn't stand it. I was like 30 minutes in, I just went out of it.
But I think
I'm blown away by that. Because this is the meditation where I explored the universe. But
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
I think for me, the part that I struggle with this particular pineal gland meditation, because this is the longer version that I used to do. This one includes the blessing of the energy centers at the beginning. I still struggle with the new way of blessing of the energy centers, which for me includes no blessing according to the way it's guided. Because I always did the blessing with placing the elevated emotions. That's how I learned doing Botec 3. And now when Joe just says focus the attention and then he says receive, I feel so kind of like, what am I receiving? What am I actually doing? Like, I feel like I'm not doing anything. That's where I get stuck.
You decide what you're doing. And if you don't like what he's doing, then do something else.
So I keep blessing because for me, not doing anything is completely unproductive.
How you bless is up to you. See, guys, this is guidelines. These are not instructions.
Yeah.
For example, when he's talking about the breath work, he's not even telling you to inhale or exhale.
Exhale, yeah.
He's not even talking about like to exhale from your nose and do all this. No. He just says, so he's skipping a lot of steps here. And I'm gonna do that extended one, the 2.5 hour one, a few times before I do it with you guys, because I want to. Fine, I'm not doing this with you guys again. That's it.
No, I want to
No.
I want to
David.
do it again. That it had magic powers tonight. Like it was weird how different it felt.
Yesterday I had a lot of magic powers, and today I felt like there was just way too much release happening today. Because I spoke to some of you guys about some things today, and so there was some release that needed to happen, and it was happening. So it felt really good. Yeah, there was a lot of I felt very light at the end. I just felt like a feather. So that's what upsets me, that so many people didn't feel that, but I want most people to feel something. So I'm thinking of you know what? I'm going to compare this one with the 2.5 hour one. And the 2.5 hour one obviously has completely different music, completely different instructions, and all those guidelines. So I think that might be the one, but obviously it's a lot longer. So we can never do that this late, because I don't want you guys to be up till 3 or 4 in the morning.
Why not?
I'll do. Because I want you guys to be in it. I don't want you to fall asleep or anything like that. But we'll figure it out. See how the later it gets, the less people we have here, which is fine. It's not the number of people. I want the benefits to start happening, because how Alex and Paria had to hang up because it's almost morning in Iran, so she has to go to sleep. And both of them felt some level of transformation, that they've experienced something, and they made a video and sent it to me. So I want that. I want to inspire people. I want people to feel good. And I have been told over and over again that I'm somehow able to change. I don't know if that's the right word. Change is not the right word. I'm somehow able to I'm somehow able to change the energy that is in people when they listen to me, or when they talk to me, or when they meditate with me. And I want to continuously help with the evolution of their, so that what I felt and what people feel when you go and you meditate with advanced meditators, and you get this rush of it, you go through this boot camp, right? And I want that benefit to happen with people when I not only meditate with them, but when I talk to them with with YouTube, and when I talk to them personally, one-on-one. Because there were advanced students that found my channel. Vivi, I forgot the name of the girl in Australia, Vivian, someone like that.
There is someone called Viviana here. Is it her?
not Viviana, Venita. I think Venita from Australia,
Mm.
and there was a Lucy from Switzerland, and they saw my YouTube channel, and they have done a 7-day advanced retreat. They have literally left their bodies. They have been in full gamma, and they have left their bodies for a long time. And they have done all these magical things, right? And when they saw my channel, they're like, "Oh my God, we need this." And I was like, "You need this? Really? What do you need this for?" you know. And and they're my really close friends now. So I'm always also doing personal meditations with people. Sometimes I do one-on-ones, especially when people are sick. But it's just getting more and more. I'm getting busier and busier, right? So that's a whole different thing. But I wanted to do it in a way where it will benefit you guys with some of the, mystical experiences, which was one of the instructions or guidelines within this meditation, to have an intention to have some lucid dreams and some mystical experiences. Because I can't tell you how beautiful it is. I can't. I usually just have to have it
I'm
to
starting to understand. That's what's so beautiful. I'm starting to understand, to really understand what all is you're saying about.
you started with bubbles. I'm gonna go back and check to see if those bubbles were real.
I'm not sure anymore, to be honest, as well. Yeah, but what you're doing is definitely really special.
And I think this
100%.
release, I made a video today about, I don't even remember, guys. That's disappointing. I made a video today about answers come from within us. For the first time ever, I had a picture of my daughter on my thumbnail. And then attachment issues, which was a big thing that I've been receiving lately about the attachment issues and attachment wounds, the insecurities and everything else. So I think I want to continuously talk about things that people need to let go of so you can create room for new things to happen. One of the things that people don't realize, and people think that it's a little crazy and painful to understand that when you go through these advanced meditations, what happens is you liberate so much that the things that you don't want, or the things that your higher self doesn't want for you, you immediately start losing them. And you're not even ready to lose them. There were people that had nice jobs, stable jobs, and they just started losing everything. They lost their homes. And then all of a sudden, like they were in such big trouble, but the quantum needed that to happen so that you can create room for what is to come to you. Only if you don't turn the walls back closed, and as long as you do that, things begin to change quite rapidly. But there's this tornado that happens when you have your first mystical experience, and when you have first, there's like things begin to change so much that people get divorced, they break up, like crazy stuff happens. Okay, and and I'm talking to some of the people that are not here, and they're saying that my partner thinks I'm crazy for doing this stuff. My partner thinks, what, 2 hours? You're going to be in the room for 2 hours alone? So if you don't have that support system, if the person that you're with is not on the same mission as you, two CEOs cannot be on this two different missions in the same company. Imagine that. That's crazy. So there's a big shift that has to happen in your life, and it's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. And in order for that to happen, you have to let go of your fears. The fear of, for example, I was talking to one of you guys, not nobody on this call, but this person, and he's like, my wife beats me up. And I'm like, excuse me? But if I leave her, I'll be alone. What? what? What is happening here? I was like, let me step back on, and he's like, I have these deep abandonment issues. And I'm like, okay. I was like, can I sleep on this? I was like, there's so much I want to tell you. But
I love that video today, the one on attachment. That one just, I don't know. I felt like I made a comment on it because I felt like there's like, I remember I found you on January 2nd. It was the day after New Year's, and that was kind of a big day for me for a lot of reasons that I won't get into. And that was the first video that I saw of yours. And actually my best friend, who we're very much on the same spiritual journey, she forwarded it. So it's something that just came across her feed and she watched it and then she forwarded it to me. And since then, it's really been such a short period of time. Since then, I have seen this glow in you that like it's been glowing brighter and brighter and brighter over the last few weeks. So
oh, that was your message.
yeah.
That was your message.
Uh-huh.
I see. I was like, I wonder. I was like, who is this person? That was you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm Queen Wortham online.
All right,
So
Queen.
yes, yeah, I love to be called Queen. You can do that as much as you want. Um, so yeah, I feel like you're getting in touch with that love that's inside of you, that's inside of all of us, that is God. And you are like becoming so familiar with it and that it's just radiating from you. And it's something that we're all capable of, and so that's what this little community is feeling. And I think it has to do with your, it's where you have ended up in life, like there are a lot of things that have brought you to this point. And then I think there's something about the way that Joe Dispenza's teachings must have just really clicked with you, like they click with a lot of people, obviously. And I think that you're just smart and determined and hardworking, and it just all came together. So like with the teachings and with your intelligence and with your history, you were able to just reach this level of like radiating love that we're all capable of, but not everybody has been able to reach that point. So
Yeah.
that's what's going on. And so I honestly don't care what meditation we're listening to. Like, I want this community, like what's special about it is that we're all here together and that we're all really dedicating ourselves to the meditation. That's hard to find people who are like willing to
Yeah.
do it day after day and just keep going with it and wanting more and going deeper. It's hard to
That's
find.
the best. That's the best part about
Yes,
this.
it's the
Yeah.
best
I
part.
I like how you phrased it because when you don't show up, you're sort of letting down the rest of the team, right? And we're all on the same mission here. So when you don't show up, you're letting down the rest of the team. I think that is a big push that happens.
Huge, huge.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
really,
So
you're
so
letting yourself down. Like,
so
it's a
so the
beautiful opportunity.
busier, yeah, so the busier I get, the more I put my meditations on schedule with you guys. And then the less I do my meditations on my own because I can't miss. Obviously, I'm the one hosting.
Yes.
So there's this self-policing aspect to this that helps me personally. But then when I do it with you guys, there's this added emotional investment that goes into it that allows me to, for example, it takes more than 30 seconds, Alex, for me to go nuts in meditation, unless I'm doing it in front of camera. I don't know how, why. I mean, no, it doesn't take 30 seconds actually. It takes like 5 seconds, but
Yes.
it takes, but normally it would take 30 seconds. But if I do it in front of camera and I'm talking to you guys and I'm like, I'm in this phase of energy, that's when it'll hit in under 5 seconds. Yeah, so I can get into sustained theta in under 5 seconds generally if I'm meditating with somebody else. And if I'm doing it alone and there's no camera, there's no Zoom, it'll take me at least 30 seconds, which is not that bad. But um, so
Not
I
bad
was
at
I was
all.
think I was thinking about your comment there that you left. I was like, what? And so I
Yeah.
I I think I think, guys, I think the toughest part of this journey is the easiest step. At the same time, it is the hardest to explain, which is to getting out of your own way. And it's such an easy thing to say, but it's such a difficult thing to understand. And if it was so easy, everybody would be, a spiritual being, except it's I think the difficult part is to get away from the fact that you are taking this mask off. You're taking the persona off, you're dropping the VR set. And the moment you drop the VR set, you start shaking, you start crying, you you leave your body, and wild things begin to happen. And then there's this other group of people that are having mystical experiences, and they're having all these magical experiences within meditations, yet they live in lack, they live in fear, they live in all these other things. And so there's these phases and stages of things that I'm experiencing. And sometimes when I'm in meditations with you guys, I can see the whole building. Like every floor has this other people of issues and things, and like I'm seeing this hierarchy, right? And there's a hierarchy within hierarchy, because there's a spiritual hierarchy, and then there's this hierarchy of limitations and beliefs, and they collide together. And I'm seeing this kaleidoscope of both of them. That's what I saw, and I was like, "Whoa! Don't forget this. We have to talk about this." I was like, "Wait, that's way too much information." I couldn't. I don't know how to even describe that. And when that happened, it's just like my higher self was giving me way too much information. I was like, "Can we break this down? Can we take it one step at a time, please?" So, and it said no. Like here it is.
David, you opened the Pandora box, so it's not gonna slow down. It's gonna just increase even more.
I'm trying to
And
figure out how to read it so I can talk about it.
you will,
Because every
will.
time, every other second, I'm like, "Whoa, really?" And then I'm like, "Wait, don't forget that. Don't we?" And then I'm like, it's gone.
I know,
That
that's
would-
why I started recording audios. Like when I had my big spiritual awakening, it's like the stuff was coming so fast. I was trying to write it down, and it was
Yeah.
too fast to write down. So that's why I
was
started
too
recording
fast.
audios. And I have hundreds of audios that I've recorded over the years. And I do them for friends and family too. Not often. It's mostly just for me. But it's like a therapy session with God. And like all these like images are coming to me. And sometimes it's just so right on. It's like it's so good sometimes.
Not only that,
It'll
it
help.
is it at some point it becomes so simple that when I do my meditation in the morning and I'm like, "What should I talk about today?" comes to me. It's an instant answer, instant solution. It's magic.
Mhm.
It's crazy.
And that would because when you're doing the video, it's already going through you, the energy, the knowledge, and it's being coming, the energy is passing through you. And that's why it comes out through the video. And that's why when you go into the meditation on the video,
Yeah.
because you already had the download, the information is passing through you. That's why you're going in 5 seconds into the meditation. When you're doing it alone, you're not having that beautiful vibration of energy go through you. And that's why it takes 30 seconds. You
I
understand what
wonder,
to
yeah,
say?
I wonder how you guys are able to feel the changes and memory what you said. I'm sorry, Queen. What you said about your comment about my video. I wonder how you can feel that and sense it without being in meditation. You must be able to have some level of higher baseline at some point, I
No,
suppose, or it just goes up.
what I'm seeing is something that I have identified in people over the course of my meditation journey.
Okay.
And what it is the glow that a child has. There's this beautiful young glow that a child has, just like the sparkle in their eyes, the happiness. They're so pure. And you know, the way like newborn babies, you can't stop staring at them. Like they are
Yeah.
just pure love. And then there's some adults who also have it, and they're meditators. Like and when I had my spiritual awakening, I guess I was 41, 42. And
You were 41?
I was,
You
yeah,
were at
yeah,
some point? Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I turned 50 last year.
You are a queen, aren't you? Okay. Okay.
So when I had my awakening, the pictures that I had, I looked younger. Like for the next 5 years, I looked younger than I did when I was in my early 30s.
Okay. Somebody told me that the other day, and I didn't understand what they meant by that. They're like,
Yeah,
"Are you getting
yeah,
younger? Are you
glow.
increasing your telomeres?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess."
Yeah. Yeah, really, it's a glow. And I noticed it in pictures of myself. Like every picture was a good picture
So
because I
you
was,
could see it too.
yeah, like I saw it in myself when I had my awakening, and I recognize it in people. And that
I see.
glow, like I felt that, just that really that energy that I felt from you from the very first day. It was like this very direct, confident, but
What video
true.
was it?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same.
um
Which one
When
was
was
it?
it?
it says this is what happens when you bless your energy centers and you're laying on a couch.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a good one. Um, so there was this tone in your words that it's like the ring of truth. Yet another thing that I've become sensitive to since I've had my awakening. There's a ring of a truth that you can hear in someone's voice when there's something channeling through them and they believe it, and there's love in it. It's like it's just true. So I recognize that from your very first video. And then as the days have gone on, like it looks like you're aging backwards. Like there's like a glow, a total glow.
That's good news for David.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless, guys. I
So
don't
the
know.
video,
I don't know what to do anymore.
oh, we texted Dawood about the video. Mike and I, both of us were watching.
Which
And
one?
the one that you asked us, what do we think about it?
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So Mike and I, we both were watching, and when you went into the meditation, Mike saw your light, and he has not seen that for many, many, many years. And we weren't in any state of meditation or anything like that, but we were very happy, and so the flow was going, right? And Mike was so happy to see it, and he saw it prior and the moment that you were going into the meditation, and right in it for the short time that you went in.
Is that the one where I went in? I was about to start a meditation, and within 5 seconds I stopped.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Mike saw how the light extended, and so did I. We both of it saw it. So it was beautiful.
Let me ask you something. Mike, did you see David on the video and saw the light, or how? I didn't get.
What does
What
that
did you
mean?
see?
Alex is what
Yeah.
wondering, right?
You see
Okay.
energy in the form of light. I see it in white color. I used to see it, okay? It's been long time,
This is crazy.
and I can't even remember the last time I saw it.
I also need to
Yes.
say I was hesitant to say because it sounds a bit crazy. But
There
like
is
other
Alex, I will tell you this right now. Whatever is going on in you, nothing is crazy.
okay.
Nothing. In
Let's
this
hear it.
So
Let's hear
in
it.
this field, nothing is crazy.
other day, I heard David mentioning this in the video, how someone told him that they see his aura and everything. I guess stayed in my head this information. Another day I was watching, I don't know which video you made specifically, but I was kind of tired and my eyes were like kind of closing down, but you were still on the screen. And
Perfect
when I
place.
kind of squint my eyes halfway, I saw white light around you. And I opened my eyes, I don't see it. I close again and I see it. And I tried it 10, 15 times, and every time I saw it, and it was like,
Perfect.
what
Perfect.
am I like?
That's the
This time
best way.
I swear this, and I was hesitant to say it. Like memory was talking about it. I thought like, okay, I will not say it. And then when Mike, when Mike told it, and he also said specifically white light, which exactly how I saw it.
And
Like
what you were
this-
doing, when you were doing that, that's the best way to actually see the aura. When you close your eyes a little bit, it's the same like with the meditation. You have different ways to get into it. It's the same thing with this. The easiest way to see it, it's when you're looking at the light
Of the candle.
of the candle.
like a little bit like this, you know,
You have
like.
aura on it. But
And
that's good. That's awesome, man.
That's beautiful.
And you might start seeing that around everything.
Yes,
Everything,
not
not
just
just people.
even glass or every object. Every object has an energy and every object has an aura.
And I missed
Oh,
that
wow.
so many years because I was starting actually seeing more and more. Only once I saw different color around one person. It was light green. It was beautiful. But I said, okay, is David bullshitting on that video or is he truthful? I watched it 3 times. 3 times was different energy and it was shooting like crazy. So he was loaded for me to see it because right now I need a lot of energy in somebody to actually see it because I lost that and I miss it because that was amazing.
Yeah, in another
Wow.
video,
So Mr. Booster,
in another video, I remember.
don't cry for me, Argentina over there.
So the
And
video,
don't hide.
the video we're talking about is the present moment benefits and consequences. In the other video that I
It was
texted,
a couple days, 3 days.
yeah,
Okay.
the other video
A
that
few
I
days
texted,
ago also, yeah.
yeah,
I
they-
wonder, was it the same video that we watched? I
It
really
could
wonder
be.
about it.
Could be because he was
Oh, how
loaded
come it's not here?
and he stopped it. Yeah, he couldn't go through it. Next time, David, just record it and let us see. And we'll just give you the feedback. You don't have to put it on YouTube.
How come that?
You feel amazing, we feel amazing, and that's all about it.
Okay, fine. Oh, so I won't put it on YouTube. Fine. Okay, then I'll do it. I'll play it on Zoom here, like
Because
this.
that's what's helping actually people. That's what's bringing people. That's that organic way of you doing it. That's what brings people in.
Yeah, yeah.
It just felt very strange. You guys, have you guys seen me do breath work on camera?
Yes, we saw you.
That was wild. And
I
I
know
you know, I haven't seen that video. I don't even know how weird I look. I never saw it. I just uploaded it. Like, just screw it.
For
Whatever.
the right people, you look amazing. For crazy normal people, you feel stupid.
Yeah.
That's
It is
it.
what it is, you know, you can't do
And
anything.
it is
about
what it is. Yeah.
it.
There was another video where I saw
Anna saw
David.
more often than me, but
David's live.
you were loaded at that moment with it.
Yeah.
I could not watch that video.
Oh yeah, she was
I-
Which
telling me
one?
that.
Which one?
The one that I sent you, I don't. There is on this one. It doesn't show the name.
Oh,
know-
I see.
Do you know which one that
The
was?
one that I
have
didn't even
both.
have a name on. I forgot to put it
No,
the
no,
title
you
on.
have a name, but in Telegram it doesn't show the name. Close your eyes, open your heart, journey into meditation. That David King. Yeah, that's the one. That's the video.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Gosh,
But anyway,
I
yeah.
started watching this video and I'm watching, listening. My hearing goes away. I'm watching. Oh, wow. Well, I don't know what he's saying. Okay, I turn it back, start from the beginning to listen to what David is saying. The same thing. I
Yeah.
can't concentrate. I'm just watching his light. Third time, the same thing. Then I texted him and we started laughing. And I said, okay, I'm gonna watch it again so I can hear what you're saying on this video. So I sat down like this, turned my face away, not watching him, just listening to what he said. I could not go through the video because the light was so beautiful.
I think what's happening is that when I make a video right after I do a meditation, everybody feels just weirdly magical. But when I do a meditation, when I do it, when I separate, when I make space between it, then you can't see the light. But one thing, for example, one of the
Oh, you
things
can see David, you can see light around everybody all the time. It depends on the person, what kind of
Vibration they
state
are in.
they're in. But I'm
Because that's
saying,
what the queen is talking about.
yes, but when you're
Queen,
fully
what's my last
loaded,
name? What's my last name?
What's
that's
your
when
last name? That's cute. Yeah, we're gonna build an empire. We're gonna take
That's
over the
right.
world.
That's right.
he chose that name for a purpose, eh?
Yeah.
I want,
He wants to build a kingdom.
guys, for some
So
reason, go
Michael,
ahead.
I have a really good tip for you if you want to be able to see auras and if you want to be able to see them better and you're missing the ability to do that. So I've practiced this a little. It just never really fascinated me, but it totally works. So so we see light, spiritual light through our peripheral vision. And it's something that all children are born being able to see, but nobody's talking about it and nobody's, like teaching them about it. And so they eventually stop seeing it, but we can retrain our eyes to see the light. And so the way you do that is to just focus on a single point. You can, if you're trying to see someone's light, focus on the middle of their forehead. And then as your eyes are fixed on that one point, see what you can see in your peripheral, because even though you're looking straight ahead, then you can still see things in your peripheral. I mean, you can do it right now. Just look at anything straight ahead. And obviously you're also seeing things over here. But you're not looking at it, So that is where you see the aura in this area over here.
But you see, what with me is I miss it because it was natural from inside. I didn't learn that. I didn't. I just find out, and it was all coming out of me, and that was the beauty about it. I didn't have to focus on it. I didn't have to meditate. Nothing. It was just coming up, and then stress happened in our life. I lost it. But now, because of this, Mr. Kingdom over here, he's loading himself with so much energy that it's actually showing
The queen
up.
is listening.
What, do we keep your secrets now?
The way I always told people if they wanted to see the aura is to look at a candle and look at the candle light, and then eventually you're going to start seeing the light expanding.
The candle's aura.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same concept. You're staring at the candle and seeing what appears around it.
Yes.
That's why you see the light around the saints, Jesus, and all that stuff.
Yes.
That's how they show it.
Yes.
With different colors and all the different stuff. Yeah.
But
it's good.
When I look at someone and see their light, because many people, when they talking about seeing the aura, they see different colors and stuff like that. I either see the white color or golden color of the aura, and the golden color usually it expands much further.
Right now,
away.
I would be able to tell you actually. Let's say go back 15 years, a little bit more. I can tell you every one of you how loaded you are at the moment, but right now I don't.
And the I also saw green, I also saw purple. It was depending what this person was saying, and the light was just showing up in different places over here. It wasn't like through the whole aura that you're gonna see different shades of color.
It was awesome.
But when I saw the golden light, I remember I was standing with another person and we were talking about beautiful stuff, spiritual stuff. And we were standing in front of the mirror, and also the energy was being passed at that moment. And the aura just expanded so much. No, I can't even show it here because there's not enough space for both of us. And it went like this. And for the other person, I was sitting, she was standing, and it went like over her. It was just beautiful. And I could see that in the mirror, just looking at the mirror. So
just cool stuff.
Yeah. And there was time afterwards when I lost it too, because of everything that was going on, but it's beautiful to see it again.
The time that I did my breath work on camera, somebody reached out to me, emailed me, and I called her, Helen. I believe she was she was 72 years old or something, and she said somebody had forwarded my video to her, and she saw me do breath work, and she said that I saw your field pinkish golden.
Nice.
It's like pinkish golden, pinkish golden. Is it pinkish or golden? Pinkish golden. Pinkish golden. I was like, because I'm like, I don't know if I'm OCD, but I'm like, just be specific, be specific.
Big one.
So,
Yeah, it is not-
so she's like,
You might see different colors in different places in your aura around your body.
and she said she could tell things about me by hearing my voice print. She said there's a voice print. Voice is the same as fingerprint. There's no two voices that are the same, right?
Mm.
Essentially. I mean, I'm assuming in theory, no two voices are the same. So she said in your voice print, and I'm seeing things, and I'm seeing I saw your aura or whatever. So it's like I was, and she said there's such a big need for this. People are so hungry for this.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, what happened ever since then was that I got into such a big flow that I'm handling a full-time career, and
I'm
my
sorry.
daughter, my 6-year-old daughter doesn't have a mom. I'm the only, I'm a single dad, and where's Ty? Oh, where's Ty? Okay, and I have a puppy, and I'm giving at least 50 hours a week to this, and for some reason I feel like I'm dancing through life.
because
I'm
you're
just dancing away.
because
I
you're
feel
going to high an energy, and when you're doing that, you're on a high flow, and when you are on a high flow, everything
Yeah.
just goes, and you don't feel tired, you don't feel that you've spent so many hours, because you are in the
You
middle
just loved
of
it.
beautiful excitement, love, and harmony. But if you go overboard into like total excitement, then you're going to have a fall down. So because you're doing meditations, you're keeping it leveled, because there is two types of excitement where you're like, oh my gosh, oh my
where
gosh.
okay, yeah. So
About
there's you're talking
Yeah.
about a sugar rush.
Yes,
Yeah,
and then
I
you
get
have
it.
a fall down. But you're in a more level one,
I
because
mean,
you
it has lasted a year, and I haven't had the crash yet. But there are times where I woke up. For example, last night I woke up at 2:30 in the morning,
Mhm.
and I looked at my phone and I started laughing out loud. I'm like, 2:30? Come on, bro. Can we stay in bed for another hour? You know? And I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to I'm just going to drift away, but I'm going to keep my mind awake. I want my body to go to sleep. I want the mystical. Let's see if it happens today. But of course, when you're expecting it, it doesn't happen. Whatever. But when I went into that state, there was a time where I was like, I almost got it. I was like, whoa! And like I started feeling waves, and I was like, okay, it's happening. It's happening. Is it? And then it went away. But I just kept playing with myself for the whole 60 minutes. I'm like, I'm not leaving for another 60 minutes. And then 3:30, I came out and I took him for a walk, and I took my shoes off to ground myself outside, and I took Ty out. So I'm like, I'm playing with all these things, not only within my life, but the fact that everything is just so effortless. Everything is so effortless. I just don't. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it, Queen. Tell me.
Don't get it.
Anna is exactly right, because she's talking about the that your energy is higher, so your frequency is higher, and
Yeah.
you think of it as an upside down cone, and down at the lower vibrations is where the bottom of the cone is, and it feels like everything's weighing down on you. It feels like everything's a struggle. You just it just feels like shit, it's like everybody's getting on your nerves, like you just want everybody to go away. And so, and it just feels like nothing's going right. And that's it. And also you can't see because like there's so much just like dense energy around you. You can't see, like you can't see the solutions. You can't, you can't, nothing makes sense. And then as you go up, then you start to feel lighter and you start to see a little bit more clearly. And then there's this point that's really way up high, and that is where you are. It's like fast moving energy streams. There's more room, and so there's actually room for more things. Like when you're depressed and everything's going wrong, like you just want to stay at home and maybe read a book and maybe you'll get your laundry done, but then when you're like high vibing, you're writing a book, you're taking care of 3 kids, you have an interview across the country next week, like you're like producing more
And
than
you're not exhausted.
yes yeah, because there's just so much, the energy is moving so fast and there's so much room for everything. You can see everything that's going on, that you're a monk on the mountain.
Yes.
You're like high up,
I want to see more bubbles, Alex, next time.
No, that was an awesome analogy with the pine cone, or how you call it.
Upside down
Yeah,
cone.
it's
Upside down
not
cone, yeah.
it's not mine. It's something that is it came from a book. The book's called Power versus Force, and Daniel, I don't know, I don't remember the author's name, because I haven't read
Whoever
the
it is. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
but
a
that it
great
came
one.
from that, and then Abraham Hicks told people about it, and she's always talking about vibration, and so it's something that has been passed around the spiritual community, and it makes perfect sense to me. Perfect.
Yeah. I just want to add onto this what they were saying, David, that for me, when I started to watch your videos and find you on YouTube, when you had like 20 subscribers or whatever, what was attractive for me is that like the way you were speaking and also the energy you were like just projecting it. And now when I see you, when you explain things and do these meditations and everything, and knowing how many things you need to do and everything. You okay?
Are you blushing, man?
My phone started vibrating. I was like, yes, we're vibrating. I was like, yes, keep vibrating. I was talking to me, but my phone started vibrating, and I was like, yes, we're vibrating.
Did you just
Sorry.
crack yourself up? Is that what happened?
Guys, I'm a little high on life these days.
Me
Forgive me.
too.
Forgive
I'm
me.
totally.
Forgive me, Queen.
I feel so blissed out lately. Like really in the last, like since, like I keep saying, like since I've had my awakening, but really like since then, I have felt high on life at least once a day. Like maybe 20, may only last 20 minutes, it might last 4 hours.
Yeah.
I might be able to be like that a few days in a row, but the stuff that felt stuck was stuck for a really long time. And just in the last month, a lot of things leading up to this, but just in the last month, I've raised my vibration. I really have. Like things are starting to move now. Everything's starting to look easy. Everything's starting to feel easy. There's more going on in my life. Like it's easier to clean. It's easier to do dishes. It's easier to like take care of everything.
That's
It's
beautiful.
just, I feel so much better. And I'm just so blissed out, especially like the last week. I've just been like smiling for no reason all the time. And I'm familiar with that
I
feeling.
love that.
I haven't been able to sustain it like this. Like I'm seriously sustaining it. It feels so good. I love it.
I kind of feel the same lately, so yeah, it's
Wonderful.
really amazing.
So
Yeah.
Alex, you have no idea yet. You think this is it now. You're just
No,
warming.
just a
You're just
start.
warming up. You're just warming up.
David, he does have an idea. He just wants to get there.
He just
Yeah.
wants to get there.
Just look at him.
Yes.
Look at him even for the past few meetings. He's constantly smiling. Before he was
Yes, yes, yes,
wondering
yes.
how you do that, how you do this and that and this. Now,
Exactly.
every time he comes in, he just has
He
a smile.
always has a question. If nobody else has a question, Alex is going to be like, can I? Like, fine.
That's good.
No, it's
but
great
That
to have
is good.
questions.
that
It
is
gets you
very good.
Yep,
talking.
Yes,
yep.
good.
That's how we raise our energy and getting whatever we get in.
Yeah.
So don't worry about crazy. We all
Beautiful,
crazy.
guys. Angelica, any thoughts before we all go to sleep? Before we all drift away?
You're muted.
Muted.
Angelica,
Muted.
are you dialing in on the new
Microphone.
phone? You haven't figured out the mute? It's too advanced. The phone is too
Okay.
advanced.
I'm here. I think because I don't know what happened to me. I think I'm sensitive to full moon, which is just happening, and I'm going through some, I don't know what, strange vibration.
You might be
We
letting
were just talking about vibrations.
Yeah, so that's
I
what I'm
was
saying.
just vibrating.
Hey, what
Yeah.
kind of toys you have there, mister?
But no,
I
Angelica,
know
it's gonna
how
be fine.
I know how good it feels to be in high vibration. I experienced the full bliss, during my healing and a few months after that. And then I was kind of up and down most of last year. But generally, I am generally a very happy person. I just sometimes I don't know what's happening. It must be, I don't know, the ascension, or I don't know what it is. Sometimes
Can I
some
attempt to
stuff
tell you?
just,
Can I try to tell you?
yeah.
Sometimes when you experience the bliss, sometimes when you experience the magic of healing yourself, sometimes when you experience the magic of lucid dream and the out of body experiences, it ruins the process for you because now you want it so badly.
Oh, heck yeah.
You want another scoop of it. And unintentionally, you're like, no, I don't care if I get it or not. Yeah, right. Your subconscious mind is not believing you. So there's this phase that you go through where
Oh,
you're
sorry.
lying to where your body doesn't believe your words, where your body doesn't believe your thoughts,
Mhm.
because your body just went through a shock, and the body's like, I just tasted cocaine for the first time. I want more cocaine. And you're like, I don't care if I get it or not. I'm just gonna go to the bar and have water with lemon. And the body's like, no. We're expecting cocaine in that water. And if you don't get it, the body gets upset. So there's
Yeah,
this
but
there's
then
this there's
trying
this
to get
there's
there.
this internal battle that you cannot control. You have to let the process take its course, and and that unfortunately takes time, because this is the part of the phase where you cannot control matter with thought, because the body went through a shock, and the body's like, whoa, that felt really good. You're not telling me next time we go to the bar, we're not getting a buzz. No, we need a buzz. And if it doesn't get a buzz, the body's upset. And the body's going to get cramps, and the body's going to get all these other things.
Not only the
And
body,
so,
brain too.
so there's an internal struggle that happens. And I think sometimes you have to just go through the process and get over it. And other times you need other people's energies to sort of overpower the short-term addiction that your body just received, because you received this positive feedback immediately, and your body thinks, well, we need more of this, but if you can't detach from it, we're not going to get it. So there's this I mean, of course words are not sufficient to describe exactly what I'm trying to say, but there's this internal
I have
battle that
another way
happens.
to describe it that
Go ahead.
I think may be helpful. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm like I want to say it.
Say it.
So Angelica, I think that one of the things that happens it's exactly what David is saying, but it's another way of looking at it. It's that like when you have experienced that bliss, that absolute bliss, your tolerance for things going wrong becomes very low. So things can feel so frustrating when they're going wrong. And what can happen is that, like, because you have no tolerance for it, it's like you're pissed about it, and you start to have negative thoughts about it. And then all of the little things that really aren't that big of a deal, it just kind of feels natural to have negative thoughts about those too. And then you just sort of build momentum where you kind of carry yourself away from that higher place. And so now you have to intentionally build momentum in the other direction, and it has to be, so it's like there was the point in your testimonial video that made me cry the most is when you said that you used to hit yourself in the head and that instead you gave love to your head. And it just like, I just cried because I felt that so much. And we all do that to ourselves in different ways. It's like we have this mean parent talking to us in our heads, and you just get pissed and angry, and that resistance just keeps you stuck. It keeps you stuck in that low place. So that's all fear-based. The antidote is always love. So you just have to start building momentum in the other direction by focusing on love, focusing on loving yourself. So when you're in those moments of just like, God, this sucks, I don't know why I'm here, just talk to yourself like a loving mother, just say, it's okay, it's not a big deal. You've come a long way. Everything's going to be fine. Give yourself credit for how far you've come. Like you have to have that sweetness in response to feeling so bad, or else you'll just stay stuck.
I know. You're both absolutely right.
I also think that you're raising vibration again, and there are things that are ready to shed right now, like things that are coming to the light, darkness that's coming to the light. It's things that you're ready to let go of, and it just feels like shit sometimes.
Well, the thing is, the main thing that I can say between what I'm feeling now and what I was feeling when I started my journey was, before I was doing it with kind of not much expectation. I was obviously hoping for the best, but I was healing myself. I probably didn't have as much resistance to healing myself as I have now, where most of the work that I have been doing in terms of meditation and everything else was about changing my financial situation. And this is just absolutely driving me nuts, that I was able to heal myself within 3 days. And then I had to spend a year and a half having kind of no results / opposite results to what I was manifesting. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, I'm listening to David very often saying, I know his situation is different, and everybody's situation is different, but I'm listening and I know that but I must have such resistance to abundance that I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just stepping over myself, that's what's blocking me. And it's strange because I never considered myself a poor person. I don't really come from a very poor family or anything like that. So I honestly don't know where this situation is from. But the frustration comes from,
you understand that it's you.
Yeah.
Angelica.
The frustration comes from the place that on one hand, I found out and realized and experienced how powerful I am. And I've seen and I felt the bliss and all that. And at the same time, I feel so limited in terms of what I can do to improve my financial situation right now, that it just pins me. And I often just cry and kick and scream like, what am I doing wrong? Because I got to the point where my business is completely dead. I have to borrow money from my own children to pay the rent. This is how bad it is. And it was never that bad.
You're putting a lot of pressure on yourself, and that makes it worse.
Angelica, look at it this way. When you were healing yourself, you said it yourself, you had no expectation. You were hoping. Here, you have an expectation to make this abundance work. Here, you're putting on pressure because the pressure is put on you. And that pressure is coming out and it's showing, because when we have pressure in abundance, in lack of abundance, then the pressure is putting the vibrations of not having it, because we're feeling, oh my gosh, I don't have this, I have to pay this right now. If I don't pay this, this is going to happen and all hell loose is going to go.
And you build a story about the way when you're going to end up in all
this emotion, this vibration is so high and it's so strong that it's running your life. And then when you're coming off this vibration and you're going into meditation, okay, I'm going to do a meditation about abundance. So I'm going to relax, you go into the meditation and you're starting to feel somewhat relief. And you even going to feel maybe sometimes that you're getting into that abundance and you can taste it. You almost have it, or you even feel it. But the moment you come out of the meditation, what's going on? There is a bill on my table that is not paid and I have to pay it. Where is your energy going right now in not having it? And everything you just did in that beautiful meditation where you felt that abundance, that you have it, everything is canceled. So it's like a fight. Have it, not have it. Have it, not have it. Have it, not have it. And what's happening? Nothing. So in order to change that, and I know it's very difficult because I know that from our own experience, it's so difficult that you have to put your, even today, you're going to see the bill is not paid. Okay, fine. But I am abundant. You're changing it, your thought. You're going into the thought of abundance. I am abundant. I know that this bill is going to be paid in the future. I know that this is coming. I know that I have money. Money loves me. And your brain is going to be saying, what are you talking about? That bill is waiting to be paid. Where are you going to get that money? And then you're saying, you know what? That's your opinion. My opinion is that I have the money. Do I have $1 in my pocket? Yes, I have $1 in my pocket. What does that mean? That I have the money, or whatever the money is, pounds. I have £1. Great, I have money. Because we are taught to say, if we have £1 or $1 or whatever, I don't have any money, I'm broke. And this conversation is going on in our minds, and then we are lying to ourselves right there, because you have that £1. So you have something and you have to build on that. You have to, well, you don't have to do anything. I'm just sorry, that's a wrong word because that came out strong. What I'm trying to say is that we have to cut ourselves in that kind of moment and change the vibration. What kind of vibration you're sending? Because when we have nothing to pay with, or the bills are piling up, or no payment for the rent, what kind of vibration we're sending? Negative vibration. And of course, we're sending what we don't want, and then we are attracting more of it. So in that vibration, you have to put a stop and reach for a better vibration. Even watch a comedy or something that makes you laugh, or watch a dog or a cat or something that will break that vibration.
change your direction.
Get a book that's going to have a better vibration, and you'll see
If
that
you
the
can read
moment
it in that state.
Yes, and you will see that if in that moment you're changing the vibration, and more often you're going to do that, you're going to teach your body that this is the vibration we're reaching for, not the vibration of lack, but the vibration of abundance, the vibration of love, the vibration of happiness, the vibration of calmness. And then that vibration is going to change, and that's how the abundance is going to change. I hope I explained that.
I know all of this in theory.
And I
I
know
spent
you
the
do.
whole of last year, studying every possible thing about all of this, trying all sorts of different, playing with my energy, playing with my vibration, doing all sorts of things. And I've seen results whenever, the more I relaxed, the more money was coming in, and the more I was getting upset about it. I'm not even worried. I am at a good state, and now I don't even worry about money, but I'm getting angry about it. I'm just in anger. That it's like that. So it's actually, I feel it's better, because before it was fear and worry. Now I'm like, I'm always gonna get the money, and it's always the universe or whoever proved me that I will always eventually get the money for whatever I need it for. But I'm just frustrated that I don't have this peace of mind, just to have my bills paid easily and effortlessly, so that I can just focus on making my videos and just enjoy my life, so that I don't have to stress whether the money is going to come or not. Maybe not so much stress, but just have this peace of mind, this comfort, you know, that it's there, you know, because I'm not used to it. I was always kind of feeling good, and I was never like in massive lack. And suddenly, after my spiritual awakening, this is happening. But I know, because David said it happens to many people, and I know it happens to many people. We have to hit some sort of bottom somewhere there. I don't know what it's for, to make space for something else. I don't know. Say again?
Angelica, you listen to too many teachers, and they were saying that you have to hit bottom, rock bottom, and
No,
be
David said that.
pour out
David
of your
said that.
ass to actually
Things,
spiritually.
yeah, things get out of your way and they hurt when you reach awakening. I mean, when people reach awakening and they lose their partners, they lose friends, they lose relationships, they break relationships in their families. But that's because you become a completely different person, and their energy is colliding so much that they just don't want you around, or you don't want them around, or they don't like you anymore. Because, for example, the easiest example is that if you love to hang out around victims and you're no longer a victim, what happens? You can't connect with them. You can't speak the same language, you know? And they're like, poor me. And you're like, poor who? So, and all of a sudden it's just you lose what you have there. There were, and Dr. Joe has given many examples that advanced students have lost their jobs. They were living out of their cars before they became multimillionaires. So I've seen it so many times, and I've met all of them. I'm going to meet a whole bunch of them next month in Cancun. The good thing is I'm going to be there 3 days before the retreat begins. So I'm going to do at least 2 live meditations per day for all 3 days from Cancun. And I'll meet some of the people, and I'll try to see if they can, the advanced students that might come early, to do live meditations with us. Maria is going to be there. Maria is coming early, so she'll land on the same day that I do, Saturday. And then I suppose Monday afternoon is when we all disappear for the whole week. Yeah. But I'll still do my video journals in the evening, but there's going to be no communication because we're going to be busy from 3 in the morning until 9 p.m.
Angelica?
So you're gonna let us know when you're doing the pineal gland with all the advance?
I'm going to send a text out in the group that we're doing this at that time.
Yep.
And then you guys can, especially the coherence healing, especially the coherence healing. I want you guys to do that. I'll tell you on which date at what time the pineal gland one is happening, the 5-hour-long meditation.
Oh, boy.
If you guys are up for it, fine. It's only going to be one, so you guys can suck it up and do it. And what you can do is do the 2.5-hour one that I have, by the way. I just downloaded it, so I'm going to send it to you guys. The 2.5-hour long meditation. So I'm going to say some things about that meditation, not here, but I'm going to say it, or maybe I'll make a video about it. There's some details about how that meditation should go, what you should think about.
So
Cool.
wait, did you say that you got that we're going to be doing a 5-hour one together, and then you emailed out the 2.5-hour one?
No. I'm saying the 5-hour one is going to happen with me and Dr. Joe. I'm going to see Dr. Joe next month.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I got
But
confused.
I'm saying that you guys don't, there's no meditation for 5 hours for you guys. We don't have a guided meditation for 5 hours, but you can do maybe 2 back to back. I don't know. But you can do, and because the first guys, when I did a first 5-hour long meditation, that was the first week I did meditations ever in my life. I've never meditated before that. And when I went in and he said, can you forget about the world outside? I was like, yes. Fuck. I don't want to say that. It's not, we're getting recorded, but but I was like, yes. And the surrender was such magical that within those 5 hours, I practically lived an entire lifetime. It was when I came out of that meditation, all day, I was just in a shock. Anytime somebody started talking to me, I was like, I'm gonna start crying. This is, this is, and I wanted to remember what I experienced, because there were many times within that meditation where I went away for hours and weeks, and I came back and I was like, I'm still here. I think it was such a wild experience. I felt like I lived a life within those 5 hours. So, and
No,
I,
really getting to those points, like that's where the magic is. Like that's when your body changes, that's when your life
yeah,
changes, that's when it's so much easier to like have faith. And in like where Angelica is right now and where so many of us have been, it's so hard to get over your manifestations that you don't want. You know, it's like you have these manifested results and you're
they're
seeing
so
them in front
focused
of
on it.
you,
Yeah,
and it's so hard to get over them. But
yeah,
when you shoot up to that high vibration, which is where you go in the deep meditations, it's like you're just immune to it. You know, it's
yeah.
it doesn't hurt. Like you can look at the same situation and it just doesn't hurt, and you see the way out of it, you know.
Another thing that I wanted to tell you, Angelica, maybe, for example, you can put your hand on your heart when you close your eyes, relax, and ask your heart to show you what is it that you're not seeing when it comes to abundance.
I've been doing this, trust me. I've been doing lots of different things. I'm gonna get there one day. I know I will.
You
I
are.
just
You are.
have to I just have to learn it, like I did with my illness. I had to learn every single thing myself, then to be able to heal myself. I think it's the same thing happening with the abundance. I'm not gonna just get fast track. It has to happen in this kind of, I don't know, painful, whatever way.
Angelica, I also I know that we are kind of wrapping this up and we want to go, but I just wanted to share something with you for 2 minutes. So what you were saying kind of resonated with me because I had a very, very similar story to yours, what you were saying, because a few years ago I was also kind of struggling and couldn't pay bills, needed to borrow money, and all this, what you were saying, sounds very familiar to me. So I recognize at that time, even my life was shit around me and everything was going wrong. I recognized that I was doing something wrong. I will tell you what is that. But after I changed that, literally after maybe a couple of months, my life changed so drastically that next year after that, I made 6 figures here. And in my country, in my how to say, for the standards of living here where I live, that's maybe for USA standards doesn't sound impressive, but for these standards, it's complete change. So what I recognized that I was doing wrong when life was really difficult at those times is I had that underlying story, like I was telling to myself, why is things are not happening to me? Why is everything not working out for me? I was kind of like you were telling right now, something similar. Like, why cannot universe just give me a break? I was kind of always in those thoughts, you know? So in a way, I was kind of feeling like a victim and nothing was working out. And then when I kind of noticed that I was doing that and I just didn't allow myself. I was just practicing to catch myself thinking like that and stopping that. Took few months for all of a sudden some new job that I had no idea how to do or did anything about it appears in my life, and I started to change my situation very quickly. So
That's exactly what happened to me. when I dropped out of medical school, I went back to working in a gas station. You know, because I went to medical school in Belize
Yes.
after the United States Army, and I took all my savings, and I didn't realize Belize was going to be more expensive than I thought, the medical school and living there. And when I came back, I had nothing. So I was now sleeping on my friends' couches, sleeping in my car, and I was in the gas station. And I was like, every time I saw a nice car, nice person, I was like, you know, I would just talk to them. But I always had something in my mind, and I had already committed when I was on my flight back to the United States that I know I'm not going to be a physician, but I know I'm going to make more money than physicians somehow, some way.
I thought you
And
would be a surgeon.
what's that?
I thought you were gonna be a surgeon. Do the surgery.
Don't remind me. I was going to be a interventional cardiologist.
Ooh.
That was my dream that I wanted to be. And I was like, well, if I can't be an interventional cardiologist, I better make more money than an interventional cardiologist.
Does that
And
mean that you
next thing
operate
I
on
know,
hearts?
yes, non-invasive, it's like nothing, no, not surgeries, but you're still doing sort of surgeries. You're cutting things and you're putting pipes into people's hearts and taking the cholesterol out or whatever, putting stents inside of people's hearts. So, um, and then of course I made that decision when that was the only last $1,000 I had, and then I came back to the United States, and then within 4 months of me working for gas stations, I started making like $52,000 a year, and then the next year it went to 100, and then the next year it went to 150, and then 200, and then 300. It just kept
Just
going.
goes
I was like,
crazy.
what is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
happening? It's just, and I'm watching it happen, and I'm like, what? So, um, so I think Angelica said, you know how this is not going to be a shortcut or fast track. No, I mean it happened to me for fast track. It sucked for a little while, and then it just shot up, right?
Yeah.
I think it's a belief. It's a limiting belief that, oh, it can't be a shortcut. I have to suffer for 10 years before
It is
something else
belief.
happens.
It is belief that is so strong, that is
Overriding.
overriding everything. You can have all the knowledge. You can think that you're doing it, and that
Yeah.
you're working on abundance,
And
and
that
yet
makes
you're
you physically ill.
yes,
Those thoughts.
and yet you're still in the same thought. Nothing is changing because
Actually gets worse.
or maybe you have a little bit, something shows up and then it goes back down to the same thing. It's because you're working against yourself. For example, the program can be in your mind, body, whichever way we want to call it. And this program could be from childhood, could be from whenever. And this program, your body will see it that, okay, if we're going to accomplish that, then that means you're going to go through heartache. That means you're going to be in so much pain, or you're going to suffer because previously when this was supposed to happen, there was some kind of shock or some kind of trauma that happened. And now your body or mind is remembering that and it's protecting you from getting that. So right now, you know that if you're going to have money, you're going to be abundant, you're going to feel free, you're going to be happy. But this program is so deep inside that it knows if it's going to come through, you're going to feel that pain because you experienced that as a child or whenever that happened. And now it's protecting you from getting there. So no matter what you're going to do, it's still going to be protecting you. So you're working against yourself because your body is protecting you from getting there and you want to go here. So in order to that, you have to go deep inside what's really hiding underneath it. Is it fear of being abundant? Is it because something happened traumatic? There could be many reasons. It could be just a simple program that it's so thick the wire is so thick that any new programs that you're putting in for abundance, they're just not sticking, because that thick wire is just eating the new ones, and it's not letting them through. And that means you have, if you can, go so deep into meditation and ask to show you, where is this coming from? Because you know you're doing everything that's possible. You've read so much, you know so much. I know you have the knowledge. I know you know how to do it. And so there is something within you that's causing it not manifesting. And you already did. You manifested the $5,000 before Christmas. So you had a jump start on it. And that's probably not the only one. The phone, you know how to manifest things. So
Oh,
there
yeah,
is
great. That was the best story.
yeah. So you see, to the phone, you
And look at her face, how happy she got right away. The emotion right away came out. Feel that and go into that.
Yeah.
Angelica,
I
I know
think
how hard
I
it is,
read
because I'm the
I
same
think
way.
I think I read a little bit too much into the spiritual books and things, and
Yes, you
the
did.
stuff that people talk about, you know, that there's a certain phase in your spiritual awakening when you feel you get into the phase which is called the void, where you feel completely abandoned by the spirit world. Nobody seems to be talking to you, getting no answers, no guidance. This is basically how I feel now. Because I got the guidance for my healing within 3 days, and it was coming so vivid, so strong, the voices and everything. I knew exactly what I was supposed to do to heal myself. And now with the abundance, I feel completely left to my own, I don't know, questioning and guessing. What is it?
You're not left on your own. You're talking to us.
I know.
There's a
But that's why I'm
period.
being honest with you. That's why I'm being honest with you. I'm not putting a smiley face on saying, yeah, I had a great meditation and I'm feeling great. I'm being honest. If we are supposed to be authentic in this world, it's best to be this way.
No, you're right. But and you're going through that period of suck. What do they say in the army? Welcome to the suck when you go to the boot camp. And they just and there's that period that I just described that I was going through between medical school, and all of a sudden I had everything I wanted. In fact, way more than I wanted. I was like, what the heck? You know, and all of a sudden I'm buying multiple houses. It was crazy. So I think there's this period that you have to go through. And I think I would look at that period where you went from here to here, and you're like, excuse me, I'm doing all the work. And I went from here to here. And I think this period is when the universe is asking you, are you sure you want that? Are you sure you want what you want? And then if the belief drops, then you lose it. And if you just completely disconnect from it and you're like, yes, of course.
Just right on Dave's energy right now. Just steal it, some of it from him.
No, but you see, my body is fighting me so much that I can't even do a normal one meditation, even with the energy of the group. So I don't know what's going on.
Angelica, you're saying this. Dave was, I know once he was asking, how was the meditation? My answer was, because I fall asleep all the time. So
Mike was like, what meditation? We were.
I was in the treatment. I get so relaxed that I just right away go, and then Anna wakes me up. Mike.
I don't say shut up.
I know.
We'll continue the work, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We will get there.
Continue the work. Okay.
It's wonderful to be doing this along with you guys.
It is.
Enjoying it immensely.
It's wonderful to speak with you until 3 a.m. as well.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. 3 a.m.
Yep.
It's only 2 here.
When do you
I'm
wake
going to
up?
meditate a bit more.
At
Thank you
8.
so much. Thank you for
Memory,
tuning in.
and for us was also cool when Dave was starting saying, I talk with people from so many countries. Then we started seeing each other, and he said, we're talking with people from different countries too.
People from everywhere.
Yeah,
That's right.
I love it.
And it's amazing.
It's beautiful.
It's
Yeah,
awesome.
once you
Thank you,
left,
guys.
once you left the meeting open and you left, and we were talking for like I don't know how many hours.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you didn't hear about that?
I didn't hear the
Over-
gossip.
Over
When was
8.5 hours.
Yes.
8.5
Excuse
hours
me?
of talking.
Yes, 8.5 hours. This is the newest record for us.
We broke the record for talking time.
So you guys
When-
basically spoke all night. What
Yes.
the
Yes. What time did we go to
heck? What?
I can remember.
Yes. Yes, you already were sleeping, you were doing your meditations, you got up and we were still talking.
Hey, I have to feed my field. All right, I'm stopping the recording. That's enough of